Hello everyone. I wanted to give you a few examples on how you would write an equation for a line and also restrict the domain or the range for a particular line. So suppose that I want a line that goes between these 2 points right here. Okay, so the equation of that line has a slope of -1, and it goes through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the y-axis. So the equation of that line is -1x plus 6. Now, I don't want that line to extend forever. So what I can do is say I want that line, but then I want to restrict the domain for that line from 1 over here until 3. So from 1 to 3. Now I could also restrict the range, and the range would go from 3 up to 5. 3 up to 5. But if I have this equation and I restrict the domain from 1 to 3, that will essentially restrict the range also. Now, if I have a vertical line, okay, let's suppose I have a vertical line between these 2 points. Well, the equation for that line would be x equals 1, but now x is always equal to 1, but y is going from 2 to 3. So I would restrict my y values from 2 to 3. Now, if I had a horizontal line, then I could draw a horizontal line where the equation would be y equals 2. And then I'm going to restrict my x values from 1 to 2. From 1 to 2 here. Now, I could enclose a square here by just changing my horizontal line to y equals 3 and another vertical line at x equals 2. So if I included another one here and another one here, now I have a closed figure, and I just have to write my equations as x equals 2, and again y is from 2 to 3, and then y equals 3, and restrict x from 1 to 2. Now, suppose that I have an equation for another line. I don't want it to have a negative slope. So let's suppose that I chose a line, let's say over here, and it has a slope of 1/2. Okay, well, this could be a line like this. And if you notice that if I extend it, it goes through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but has a slope of 1/2. So the equation for that line would be 1/2 x plus 5. And then in order to have these particular endpoints and not continue forever, then I can just restrict the values of x, my inputs here, from negative, let's see, this would be -6 to -2. So -6 to -2. And when you're restricting your x values, we're going to go from left to right. So -6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Again, if you have vertical lines, they're going to be of the form x equals. And if they're horizontal lines, they're going to be of the form y equals. Now, I've received a number of emails from people Some people needed graph paper. Some had questions about the equations of lines. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm looking forward to seeing your creativity. And if you follow the directions closely and you still have questions, be sure to let me know.